This is a reviewer. Today, we're gonna review a TV series show called Sonic Underground. Now, I have kind of a lot to talk about with this one here, and they were supposed to find their lost mother in the season finale, but they never end up finishing that part of the story. They end up playing a video game and then hijacking Dr. Robotnik's cargo ships and crashing it in his base, killing him off. I'm just joking. Dr. Robotnik didn't really die. It's just hilarious how the whole thing ended there, sort of on a cliffhanger. And at the end, Sonic says, "Game over, Robotnik," and the screen fades to dark after that. They never got a chance to wrap up the full story of the second season, episode 40, to close the story of them finding their lost mother. That is very disappointing because when I used to watch this show when I was a kid, I really wanted them to actually find their mother, wrap up the story, and put this series to rest. But I guess this series will never be brought to justice. They would have to re-release back another movie to close the ending of the chapter. But unfortunately, what I heard online that some people are saying that they were supposed to make a third season, or they were supposed to make the last episode, missing episode, to finish off the story, but it got cancelled. It was just a dumb dispute with Sega in the past because you know Sega still owns Sonic regardless of the fact. I'm sorry that they never got a chance to wrap up the full animation story, because I'm not gonna lie, this used to air on Teletoon many years ago when it was on air, and then it's been taken over by Cartoon Network that, you know, I don't have no interest of watching because I never grew up with that channel or whatever. Although a lot of good cartoons came on that channel back then, now that channel is going straight to the ground. Back off of that topic, they were supposed to dethrone Dr. Robotnik, or I should say Eggman, because he has two names for some reasons. If you don't obey by his orders, you get captured. He'll roboticize you in a machine and make you a complete robot, and you would have to work for him for the rest of your life. That's how the show was, and they kept on catching people, roboticizing them, and they kept on, you know, trying to make the world uneven. But Sonic, Sonia, and his brother Manic, they have to try to save the world from Dr. Robotnik, from roboticizing people, and go on their journeys to find their mom. I didn't even know Sonic had a sister or a brother at the time when I watched the show, and to tell you the honest truth, I'm gonna play the story for you guys. Although they never made the season finale of the actual show itself, I'm gonna make the season finale and show you how the show ended. In my opinion, they should have made a movie after that to wrap up the actual completely ending of the show. Unfortunately, they never made the actual movie. So the only evidence that I have and I found online was these comic book sketches of the actual episodes of the show. So I'm gonna make my secretary now tell you guys a story and read the episodes of the season finale of the show, Sonic Underground episode 41, season finale. Okay, let's put my secretary on and we're gonna put the episodes on right now. So yeah.
Sonic Underground finale, Sonic Universe, issue 50, online, 12, 30th anniversary. Welcome to the Sonic Universe, a universe unique and beyond what you know from the Sega games, where locked away within the multiverse, royal triplets are put on stage for the final performance, even if it's too soon. Previously in Sonic Universe, online, universe number 199, the Underground Zone. Prince Sonic the Hedgehog and his siblings, Princess Sonia and Prince Manic led a resistance movement against evil Dr. Robotnik and his hired bounty hunters, Sleep and Dingo, who have taken over their kingdom and forced the three of them and their mother, Queen Alina, into hiding. They have made allies with those affected by Robotnik's rule from across all Mobius, such as the technologically gifted Cyrus, the foppish noble Bartleby, and the guardian of the floating island, Knuckles the Echidna. While the triplets have had many great adventures, including meeting the Sonic from the Prime Zone, they long for the day they can reunite with their mother, fulfill the prophecy of the Oracle of Delphius to become the Council of Four, and to send Robotnik packing. But will this last song be a victory march for our heroes? Page 1 to 7. But in an instant things can also be irrevocably changed forever. This was the moment when everything came to a head. This was when my children needed me, Robotropolis. It is said all things must come to an end, and for this story that is no exception. Sleet, I think Robotnik likes having you around, which makes you an even bigger idiot than I thought. So why we leaving now? What makes today any different than yesterday? What use does he have for you? Why can't ya be nicer? A scene can seem to replay time and again without a change to the status quo. He's not here either. What's up, sis? This place is too big. I can't find Robotnik anywhere. You could use the pendant you got in the Emerald Peninsula, but I can only use it safely one more time. Mom said today's the big day. Sounds like now or never. You're right. Here goes nothing. Manic, why? What are you doing here all of a sudden? I need to use the Power Stone to charge my children's medallions. Alina, that will cause a power surge. What? Not when I do it. Trust me, Winnie, this is what we've been waiting for. 75. So, what's our next move? First, we get out of this room. I got that part covered. Manic, I want you to mess with Robotnik's security so we can get out of the building. I'll try to locate anything that might help Mother's plan. Sonic, we'll need you to play decoy and cause as much chaos as possible. This may be it for the Sonic Underground. So let's go high note. Let's do it to it. Our medallions? What for? I can't go into much detail. Robotnik is surely listening into our conversation. Only know that they are going to be specially prepared for what must be done. Prepared for what? She said she can't say. Sonic, we've got to trust her. You will be back, right? My dear Manic, from today forward, nothing will keep us apart ever again. I will back as soon as I can. I love you, and take care of each other for just a while more. I wish I could have been with you sooner. But how did? The royal scepter has many powers, including teleportation, but only for the holder. I wish I could explain more, but there isn't time. The time has come to finally defeat Robotnik. To do this, I'll need your medallions. I want this door under lock until I get back. Rodents, you really think we'll come for us, Sonic? Course she will, bro. Why would you think any different? It's just, I know Ma's looking out for you, but I can't even remember her face. I want to trust she'll be here when we need her, but haven't we needed her before? I know how you feel, Manic, but we know Mother has a plan, even if we don't know what it is. Fwish, your sister is right, Manic, but just the same. How I've waited for this day, Hedgehog, with you and your siblings finally mine. The resistance will crumble. Try doing that with our mother still on the loose. Even if we're in here, she can't take our place. And nothing will stand between me and complete control of Planet Mobius. Rest assured, Queen Alina is the next on my list. Compared to you three, capturing her will be child's play. Sis is right, Robotnik. Mom will know what to do and eventually rescue you too. Then you'll really have egg on your face. We'll see if you still have that attitude. Soon you two will join your father in this oath as my servant. How does that make you feel? I even brought out my personal for the occasion. I suppose this wasn't the reunion you wanted to have. You're just mad because unlike me, you don't have a dad. Any last words, Rodent? I have you. I don't do Mondays. Oh, is it? We'll just have to see about that. Stop. Looks like Sleep for Brains wasn't affected. Au contraire. I simply think it's high time you hedgehogs were out of the way. Then I'll fix Robotnik. Wait, the pendant can't be used. Perfect timing, Mother. You brought our medallions. Yes. But it's too dangerous to use them now without Manic. But don't worry. Yeah, that works. I'll take care of this. If we only had our medallions, we could wake them up. It'd make fighting these. Okay, what's the plan? Let you know when I think of it. Please be the cavalry. Wait, Sleet, you've seen better days. There. That monitor says it's room. Corridor K40. Take a right. Alright, let's go. Oh my gosh. Got it. Mom, Dad, Uncle Chuck, Lady Windermere, Sonic, I can't. I know. Crash. Hold it right there. Robotnik. It's over, Robotnik. Give up. Thanks for the save. Joe sent the invite. Attention all S. Really manic. Get all of together? But let's not worry about that for the moment. Report to the control room. Immediately. Yes. No wonder Sleet hated you so much. As a mutant, you can't even be roboticized right. Get in there. Do something. You useless idiot. I have no use for a slave that won't fight when I tell it to fight. Maybe if I tell you to self-destruct, you can at least. Sonic Underground. I longed for my children, but I had to wait. To ACT too soon. Could have sealed their fate. My children grow, learn what's right. Leaders of the freedom fight. They seek their mother. I know they do. Is it time? If I only knew, will the prophecy come true? Triplets born, the throne await. A seer warns of a deadly fate. Bide your time, lie in wait. The floating island is grounded for now, but it's worth it for what's about to happen. Manic, quickly, come here. You see my children. I've scoured the planet the Mobius to find these 7 Chaos Emeralds. They will give you the power to work miracles. I know you can do this. Knuckles, are you okay? Wait, if you're here, what about the floating island? And so ends our tale, though perhaps this is not the end, for this is clearly a beginning. Many more adventures are sure to follow, but those are adventures our royal family will experience not separated, but together. The end. The aristocracy was restructured, with those that had been loyal to Robotnik stripped of their noble bearing. Peace restored, life returned to normal. Can't say for how long. Robotnik and his minions are making up for past mistakes. Perhaps even they have a place and role to fulfill. Though promised with hard work ethic they could still be accepted into society. Come on, Sleep. You help me sell chili dogs and I'll let you out. Dingo Dog. No, we'll be partners. Suit yourself. The Sonic Underground. From this point, things went about as you might expect. As I foretold long ago, the Queen and her children became the Council of Four, reclaiming the kingdom and restoring proper order. All WHO were roboticized were now returned to normal. Families and people torn apart by Robotnik were once again made whole. Nothing is ever truly over, young hedgehog. There is still much work to do. But yes, the prophecy has come true. Well done.
And that is the end of the Sonic Universe, Sonic Underground chapter. I'm very glad that, they tried to use the comic book style to wrap up the actual episodes of the show. I really appreciate them by sending that out and by tweeting. Again, it was a weird show at its time and it was a very fun series to watch of Sonic Underground. From the show came and from the show went, we never heard from Sonya and Sonic's brother again. It's like Sonic's brother and Sonya disappeared out of the whole Sonic universe and all of that. So it's just Sonic himself. All the Sonic characters like Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, all of those characters are in those worlds with other Hedgehog characters, but they just left out these two characters. These two characters actually forgotten in the whole Sonic universe thing. But yeah, there's nothing much more I'm going to talk about this series. It was just a weird series at the time, and they had the whole pendant necklace thing and songy song video type of songy song play music and all that shit. I just fast forwarded to the fights because that was more interested than sitting down listening to friggin' hedgehogs play guitar music and sing songs all day. It was a good series, good cartoon at the time. 2 seasons, 40 episodes, but now we're gonna conclusion. This one would be the 41st episode of the season finale of Sonic Underground. If you guys like the videos I make, please subscribe to this channel, please comment down below, and please like my videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Signing out.